It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He was taken down by Bobby.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
DJ Chark.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
On the tackle.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. That one complete. He finds Shark. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on
ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
At the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
White, the ball carrier.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal.
Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Seahawks 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Seahawks nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So Stephon Gilmore, an All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, had his first career pick 6 a season ago, and he delivers another one here. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a man on his 5th franchise in 3 years. It's Carlos Hyde. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Made at the 38-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Patriots take over.
45-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Third down.
Newton steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Philip Dorsett catching the pass there against his former team. Played 3 years with the Patriots after 2 in Indianapolis. And was a member of the team that won Super Bowl 53, you might remember. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Room to run at the 50. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First down, New England.
On first down, here's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, Patriots.
On first and 10, Newton. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's going to got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 20.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They run it with Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Good position to be in here, second and inches.
It's second and inches at the 18-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Throwing is Wilson, goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're they'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. This is Breida. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
The 40-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 7.
7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Newton. This is White on the screen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Complete to James White.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Adams there on the tackle. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And a Patriot first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Newton now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete to
From 19 yards away. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Patriots 21. Seahawks 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Good job to return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. You give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
The Patriots' 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Touchdown, New England.
A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
54, 14.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
We'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Complete to Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This complete to Lockett. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Following the penalty, it's high. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the...
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. One thing that makes him so...
But he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. He finds Dorsett. It's Philip Dorsett with time running out. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Throwing now is Wilson, and they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
Patriots.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk